They should bring back the after school special. If you're unfamiliar, back in the day, early 90s, they would run these little mini movies, mini live action movies for children or, teens, preteens that, taught life lessons. The one I remember the most was called Blood Brothers, where this group of kids, they wanted to become blood brothers, and that's a, I guess, ritual in which two guys, they shake hand, they prick each other's fingers, and then they combine their blood, just a seal of friendship together. But one of them had AIDS, and let me tell you something, they treated that kid like crap, that movie. Okay. And at the end of the movie, they came to a nice compromise where they all put drops of their blood into the sand, into the dirt, and mixed it there as opposed to just mixing it in each other's skin. But yeah, the reason I'm thinking they should bring back the after school special is because this would make a fantastic mini movie or episode of this. It's coming to us from Fox News. Ex-Ohio cheerleader sentenced to probation for abuse of corpse after being acquitted of killing newborn baby. This is written by Pauline Dedage. I'm gonna go with Dedage. And quick aside, guys, if she somewhat resembles Gwyneth Paltrow, you might just want to back away from that. Okay. A former Ohio State school cheerleader who was acquitted on Thursday of killing her unwanted newborn told the court she was really sorry after a judge sentenced her to probation Friday for burying the corpse in her family backyard in 2017. Brooke Skylar Richardson was found not guilty of aggravated murder, involuntary murder, and child endangerment in May 2017. In the May 2017 death of her newborn daughter. On Friday, a Warren County judge ordered her to 3 years probation for the lesser charge of corpse abuse. Whew, how'd she get off with that one, huh? Well, let's find out. I would do anything and above that you ask, and I understand that I just wanted to say how sorry I was, Richardson told the court. I can sometimes be selfish, but I would like to think that I've become better in the knowledge that I've upset everyone and hurt so many people with what I've done. And I'm forever sorry, and I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry, and I understand. No, she doesn't. Okay? This is for the courts, man. Would you like to know how I know she doesn't? Because she's talking about everyone else as opposed to the child that she killed. That's how I know she's not sorry. That's how I know she couldn't care less. She's just saying what needs to be said in front of the judge to, lighten the sentence. As I spoke of in the previous video, everyone likes to minimize their own part and shit. So this is definitely her doing that. Ugh, golly. She really does look like Gwyneth Paltrow. Big ass ears too. Judge Donald Oda II called her sentencing a mandatory community control case, which requires at least placing the young woman on probation. What that means, Ms. Richardson, the judge said, is because this is a felony of the 5th degree and you have no prior criminal record and you don't fit the other statutory criteria, the most I am required by law to place you on community control. At most, I guess. I'm not sure. Is it me? Let me know in the comments if it's me or not. He continued, that means the maximum I can sentence you to today, even though the maximum for this offense is 12 months in prison, the maximum I can sentence you to today is to 6 months of local incarceration. So the judge himself, before anybody starts tripping on the judge himself is, has to adhere to mandatory sentencing in, I guess, such cases. And because, of her just being an awful person and not having any criminal charges earlier and her not meeting a lot of criteria, this was the best that I don't want to say best, but this was the worst that he could do to her. Despite this, Oda sentenced her to 3 years of basic supervision and 7 days in a county jail, for which she already has time served. Which means you're going to be going home today, Oda said. I firmly believe, Miss Richardson. In fact, I know in my heart that if you would have made different decisions in this case, Annabelle would be here today. Okay, now I kind of got to go at this judge. What are you talking about? Well, okay, you may firmly believe her, but not over here. And what do you mean you know in your heart if she would have made different decisions that the child would still... Of course, Oh, God. Oh, you're a judge. You're a judge. You're supposed to be smarter than me, but this is the dumbest thing I've heard in a long time. No, it's not, but I'm being hyperbolic. Deal is that if she made different decisions, the situation, she wouldn't be in your courtroom. She wouldn't be talking to you. But the deal is that she made the decisions that she made because she is selfish. She is an awful human being to be able to do that to her own child. I mean, from what I've been able to hear, she tried to light the kid on fire. I mean, come on. He said before sentencing, but added that he felt that her choices before birth, during birth, and after show a grotesque disregard for life. That's not what he should have added. That should have been the meat in the sandwich. Like you took the condiment and tried to make it a meal. Okay, like the meal is all of her choices before the birth, during birth, and after show a grotesque disregard for life, particularly a life that you created. You laid down. I am so. This is another reason why I would love to see a see a what's the name on this? See a after school special on this from the father's end, because he ain't gonna get mentioned. Let's be real. I can't speak to this young lady's character outside of it being awful with the ability to murder your own child because you want to keep your bikini body. But come on, man. The father probably wasn't even notified. She probably kept that to herself because she a slimmy. So, and she could probably just wear big clothes for a little bit and baby bump ain't gonna show, and then tried to get rid of it. Prosecutors had alleged that Richardson, a high school cheerleader, was informed by her doctor in April 2017 that she was pregnant and would be giving birth in a matter of weeks. Then, the then 18-year-old became extremely upset and told her doctor that she could not have the child and asked that she not tell anyone. Days later, on May 7th, she gave birth in the middle of the night. Prosecutors says she killed the baby and buried her in the backyard by a barbecue pit, disposing of all evidence in order to maintain her perfect life. What about your daughter's perfect life? What about Annabelle's? Because apparently you named it. So, what about Annabelle's perfect life, huh? Jesus Christ. The remains were found in July in Carlisle, a village about 40 miles north of Cincinnati. Richardson's defense team said the baby she named Annabelle was stillborn, and the teen was sad and scared. The court heard a victim impact statement from Annabelle's paternal grandmother, Tracy Johnson. 2 years, 4 months, 1 week, in case you were wondering. That's how old my granddaughter would be if she were here today, she said. As we live with our grief and loss, she, Richardson, can now live knowing her selfish decision was not her only choice. She had a way out. Yeah, okay, so because I sincerely doubt that you can get you're going to be 8 months pregnant and unaware. And I know they got these shows, oh my goodness, I was pregnant and unaware. But yeah, those are like fat chicks most times. like, I'm sorry, you're too slim for all that. You knew exactly what was happening. And like the mother, she's like, oh my goodness, now, that's the end of the article. And I guess I'll leave it on this one because, I mean, is she a 35? Hell no, she ain't no damn 35%. Yo, this chick is a negative placenta, man. And I'm sorry, ladies that resemble, that have this type of shape and resemblance, to the actress Gwyneth Paltrow. Something just may not be right up there, okay? But yikes, man. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe it's because it's me. Maybe because I do try to cherish life. I don't want anybody hurt. I don't want anybody, like in pain. That's not my thing at all. But I wonder what the judge would have given her had the judge had more freedom in sentencing. But apparently this judge's hands were tied. So if you got a problem with anything, have a problem with Ohio's state statutes. But this right here it's evil. It is evil. And from some of the things that I've heard in other readings of this case is that, the mother was actually working with the kid because she was texting the mom like, yeah, I'm back. My body's back after she had the kid. So this is tragic. And I don't feel bad. I don't feel an ounce of anything for, Miss Richardson. I feel for that kid that never had a shot. And then you got the judge like, oh well, let me go back to what that judge said right quick. Where is that? Yeah, her choices before birth, during birth, and after show a grotesque disregard for life. Well, her choices, letting a nigga cream pie her, or I don't know, I wasn't there, I couldn't tell you exactly how it planned out, but usually it's like a cream. She was into the sex, and I've said this in videos before. In the throes of passion, that's when women are at their most vulnerable. You can kind of do whatever you want, and so he was like, oh, I'm about to bust. She's like, oh, have fun. And then Annabelle's created, and her choices from like even before. This is why I try to say a lot that the even conception, during conception, having sex, it's such a like you can create somebody, and you have to be ready to deal with that. But we live in a time and in a world where, oh no, girl, you can go ahead, you can bang like the guys. They really convince females that they can, yeah, you can have sex like men. Our consequences are not the same. They really aren't, man. And I'm really curious as to where where Annabelle's father is. Jesus Christ, man. This is sad. This is sad. But this chick is evil, man. Like, I hate to say it. I hate to put it out there like that, but for you to have the capacity to off your own kid like in such a manner, nope. Yeah, that's not any kind of mojo you definitely want to kick it around. But with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like. Dislike, go ahead, do that too. I'm not scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and want to get videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and BitChute and the like. Nah, man, they want her to be out there still murdering babies, apparently, allegedly. Don't sue me. And speak. Let me know, what do you think in the comments? Am I wrong? Am I being too, judgmental here? Or, like, can you see yourself in a position where you take your own child's life? Oh, I mean, if you can find any sympathy for, I'd love to hear it in the comments. And until the next one.